Inflation is as violent as a mugger, as frightening as an armed robber, and as deadly as a hitman, Ronald Reagan once said. Inflation has been low lately, but it can conjure up images of children stacking useless money in the 1920s during German hyperinflation, or national governments and people suffering like in Venezuela and Argentina recently. Inflation is something that every retiree and pre-retiree should know about and consider. We hear about the Fed and inflation all the time and how inflation is really low, but we really haven't experienced high inflation in quite some time, and it could come as these are different cycles that happen. So inflation is simply the rate at which prices of goods goes up and the value of the currency goes down. Okay, and the average historic inflation in the United States from 1913 to 2013 has been 3.22%. At such a rate, a candy bar that costs $1 today will cost $1.03 in a year. After 10 years, $1.48. In 20 years, $2.19, and 30 years, $3.24. The impact of inflation on your retirement savings creeps up on you and your lifestyle, and it can really hit you pretty hard. Retired clients often tell me they paid more for their last car than they did for their first house, and that's real inflation in action. So another way to look at inflation is if you retire at age 65 at a 3.22% inflation rate, by the time you're 85, prices will have doubled. So if your income stays the same, you'll only have half as much money to live on. This is why putting your money in a savings account is really not enough. It's not making 3.22%, okay? And proper investing of your money is crucial. So historically, invested money has outpaced inflation. And proper investing includes using asset classes and investment that have historically done well versus inflation and beat inflation over time. Diversifying your portfolio can also help hedge against inflation, which can really make all the difference over time. There's two other things that have been in the news a little bit, or we hear about here and there, and one is stagflation. So stagflation is a type of inflation, but we have very slow economic growth and high unemployment, which we're experiencing right now in the United States. So the economy is stagnant, but there's rising prices, like the price of food has been going up and taxes are going up. So there's less money for each household to spend. Deflation is the opposite of inflation. So deflation is the rate at which the price for goods and services goes down while the value of the currency is going up. Okay, and think of like technology, cell phones, TVs, and how the price of those goods would come down. That's deflation in those areas. So we have had double-digit inflation in the United States through 1917 through 1920, and then in 1940s we had a couple of years of double-digit inflation where prices increased over 10% each year. This can be really tough on your savings and your retirement. So you want to make sure you think ahead and consider how it may affect you. You've worked hard for your money. It should really work hard for you. So if you have questions about how to guard against inflation, or you want to discuss your options, please give us a call at 732-224-9900. Thank you.